What's up, YouTube? Silver Dragons here, and in this video I'm going to talk about why I am still buying gold and silver today. I've been buying precious metals for about 8 years now, and I just picked up the new Dragon coin bar from the Perth Mint. Such an absolutely beautiful piece of silver here. But what I want to do is actually show a clip from Dave Ramsey, and he put this out around the same time I started stacking. And spoiler alert, he does not like gold and silver, but I'm going to talk about why I disagree with him. So let's get into it. Buy your gold and silver online from SD Bullion. New customers get gold or silver at spot by visiting sdbullion.com/new. Thank you so much for watching. I do sincerely appreciate it. Now, before I talk about why I like gold and silver, let's first watch that clip of Dave Ramsey talking about why he doesn't like gold and silver.
Well, my question is it a good idea to invest in gold and silver?
No.
Okay.
Here's a couple problems with gold and silver. One is anytime you're analyzing an investment, if you're buying a piece of real estate or you're buying a stock, which I don't buy single stocks, but you could look at a single stock, or you're looking at a mutual fund or whatever, any kind of an investment you're putting money into. You can look at, and you should look at its track record, what it's done in the past, to get an idea of what it's worth today. Okay? And to get an idea of what it's going to do, in the future. And, if you look at gold prices, I just pulled them up, they are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And up and down and up and down, and right now they're way down again after
the stock market, huh?
After an all-time high. And when you look at the track record, say over 50 years, if you put money in gold 50 years ago, or you put money in a growth stock mutual fund 50 years ago, or you bought a house 50 years ago with the exact same amount of money. So we took $100,000 and we put it in there. And you visit 50 years later, you would find that gold has about a 2% rate of return over that 50 years.
Really?
Yeah. It's just
wow.
It's done horribly. If more people are chasing gold, the price goes up. If more people are running from gold, the price goes down. That's the only thing that drives the price. Same thing with oil. Is a supply-demand curve drives that. And so for that reason, commodities in general, oil, gold, silver, diamonds, anything that falls in that category, the only way it makes, like a rental property makes money. If you buy stock in a company, that company is making money, so that stock makes money. You buy stock in Apple, they're selling the crap out of phones, right? And so billions of dollars. And so by owning a little piece of Apple, when it makes a profit, there's money going on there. But gold's just sitting there. A barrel of oil's just sitting there until somebody chases it. And that's what drives the price of it, is when people chase it. So consequently, commodities are always more volatile. They always go up and down more, up and down more, up and down more. And that's more than you ask for. But a lot of people are asking me this question, so I used your question as an excuse to go up on a soapbox, okay? But bottom line is, I don't own any silver or gold, except I've got one really nice gold watch. But I don't own any as an investment at all.
All right, well, that was Dave Ramsey, and I did actually cut out one part where he talks about gold and silver not doing well in a societal collapse. During a SHTF, he says, you're not going to be able to barter with your gold and silver, just because I simply disagree with him. But you know what you're really not going to be able to barter with, Dave? Your stocks. Those aren't going to be worth anything in SHTF. Also, probably the dollar, not going to be worth anything. But okay, let's put that to the side. Let's talk about his first point there, gold and silver not doing well. So let's go over some numbers. Now, that video came out on April 11th, 2016, and the price of gold was $1,247 an ounce. Okay, the current price of gold, $3,323 an ounce. So it's done okay. It's done okay. What about silver? Silver was $15.56 an ounce when that video came out. It is now $38.31 an ounce. So silver's done pretty good as well. I would say they definitely are not getting that 2% annual rate of return like he talked about. They're definitely beating that. And I'm going to show you a chart which will actually blow you away if you think 2% is all you're getting on your gold. But let's look at some of the comments on that video. First one here from Liquid Oxygen 819. Buying precious metals is not about making money. It's about keeping money. That's true. For a lot of people, when they buy precious metals, they're looking for insurance. They're looking for a savings account. They're looking for some type of wealth protection. If everything falls apart, at least you're still going to have your gold and your silver. Here's a comment from PC Mountain Dog. If gold is such a bad idea, then why does the US government hold the largest amount of gold ever hoarded in human history? Now, there is some debate on this. Do they actually have all the gold? Also, did Solomon have more gold than the US government? Not exactly sure, but why do governments hoard gold? Why do central banks hoard gold? It's because they would rather have the gold than dollars or whatever currency they use. Central banks would prefer to hold the gold because they view it as a smarter investment. Interesting. Here's another one. Bob Silver 3983. I bought a large amount of silver 2 years ago at $14 per ounce. Now it's 26. It's done well. Yeah, it has done well, Bob. Now it's 38. So congratulations on your purchase. And one last comment here. View gold and silver as an insurance policy, not as an investment. Okay, so is it prudent to be buying gold and silver even if you're not trying to quote unquote invest, you're just trying to protect yourself? I think it is prudent. And here's that chart I was talking about. So it doesn't go back 50 years. It actually goes back 55 years, all the way till January 1st, 1970. But I just want to point out a few numbers here. So gold was $35 an ounce. Now they're saying 3,300, so up over 9,000% in the last 55 years. What do you think about that, Dave Ramsey? What do you think about that? I mean, he does recommend saving $1,000 in cash. If you had put that $1,000 in gold back in 1970, it would be worth about $92,000. Okay, what would you rather have, $1,000 or $92,000, Dave? You tell me which one sounds better. And then we have silver. It was $1.87. Now they're calling it $37.76. It's a little bit higher than that now, but still up almost 2,000% for silver. So again, it's better to hold gold and silver than to hold dollars. That is my main point. That is the reason why I buy precious metals. Not necessarily because I'm trying to get rich, but because I think it's smarter to hold something tangible than to hold something that is guaranteed to fail. And the other point that Dave made about gold being a commodity and that it's only going to go up if people are chasing it, well, that's actually one of the reasons why I like gold. Because it is a commodity. Gold and silver, they have value because, well, there's a limited amount of them. The government can't print an unlimited amount of gold. That's why I like it. So to me, that's actually not a negative. And that brings me to why I am still buying precious metals today. The reason I'm still choosing to invest in gold and invest in silver is for insurance, it's for savings, and it's because I don't trust the dollar. I would prefer to hold gold and silver over dollars. I mean, since 1913, when the Fed was created, the dollar has lost about 98% of its purchasing power. So if a central bank prefers to hold gold over dollars, then I think we should do the same. And as I mentioned, this is a savings account for me. This is one of the best ways that I've learned to save money because I don't want to sell my silver. I like buying the different shiny coins and bars and cool designs, and it makes me want to buy more. So it's kind of a way where you can trick your brain into saying, wow, I'm buying something, I'm having fun, but really what you're doing is just saving. And at the same time, you have the added benefit of protecting your wealth no matter what happens. You don't need to have your government stay in power. You don't need to have internet or some exchange. You need nothing but the actual physical precious metals themselves. And if you can't hold it, well, you don't own it. So let me know what you think down below in the comments section. What are some of the reasons that you like to buy gold and silver? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.